Hey guys, we've got something really exciting today. A brand new secret cache system update, and honestly, this might just be the best cache update so far. In this video, I'll be sharing everything I currently know about the system and what it means for you as a player. First up, yes, a new free AK-47 Legendary skin has been added, and let me just say it straight. This one's a solid 10 out of 10 from me. Why? Because they finally fixed the iron sight, which has been one of the biggest complaints from the community about free skins. And the cherry on top, the kill effect is actually good. Not just decent, but genuinely solid. It's better than what most of the community expected, and this time, the devs really didn't disappoint. Huge W in the comments, seriously. Now, while this new legendary skin is already visible in the updated UI, it's not live just yet. It will go active after the Season 5 Battle Pass drops, and here's the best part. It only requires 200 shards, just like the other free cache weapons. But here's where things get really interesting. The secret cache system itself has received a complete overhaul. You'll now notice two side menu options, Shard Purchase and Shard Exchange. Starting with the purchase section, this is where you can directly buy shards using CP if you are not someone who likes to grind. Now here's the weird part. The Mythic shard costs just 29 CP, while legendary shards are priced at 59 and 48 CP depending on the weapon. That seems a little off, right? And honestly, this could be a bug or placeholder value, because logically, Mythic should be more expensive than legendary, but we'll have to wait and see if they adjust it. Now the next section is where I really want your full attention, the Shard Exchange tab. This is where it gets a bit confusing, so stick with me. Inside, you'll see three categories: Mythic Pool, Major Legendary Pool, and Minor Legendary Pool. Notice something? They haven't tied these to specific gun names anymore. Instead, it's now based on the rarity of the weapon, not the weapon itself. That's important, and I'll explain why in just a second. Now in this new system, we've also got three brand new types of shards or fragments, whichever term you prefer. The game officially calls them shards, but to make things easier to follow, I'll refer to them as fragments. Currently, there are three new universal shard types in rotation, one for Mythic, one for Major Legendary, and one for Minor Legendary items. And just to avoid any confusion, let's break down exactly how they look and how you can instantly recognize them. Starting with the Mythic shard, it's a sleek red and gold ring with a glowing red codm logo in the center. It almost looks like an elite ring since Mythics are top tier. This replaces the older Mythic gun-specific shards, meaning you can now earn and use these red Mythic fragments across different Mythic weapons, not just one. Next up is the Major Legendary shard. It has a gold circular frame, but instead of the M, you'll notice a bold diamond cube symbol in the middle, kind of like a digital square within a circle. This one is used for major legendary weapons. Then we've got the Minor Legendary shard, which is also gold but features a triangle symbol in the center. Compared to the major shard, this one feels a bit more basic, and that's the point. These shards are for minor legendary skins. Now let's clarify what these fragments actually do. The Mythic fragments official description says, can be exchanged in the cache tracker store for the shards of the other Mythic item at a set ratio. That means you can now use these universal Mythic pieces toward unlocking any Mythic blueprint featured in the Mythic pool based on the current exchange rate. The Major Legendary fragment reads, can be exchanged in the cache tracker store for the shard of the Major Legendary item from the same rewards pool at a set ratio. So these will go toward legendaries from the Major Legendary pool, and that's confirmed by the cube style iconography. And lastly, the Minor Legendary fragment says, can be exchanged in the cache tracker store for the shard of the Minor Legendary item from the same rewards pool at a set ratio. These are for the lighter or minor legendary items. The best part? Since these are not linked to any specific weapon, they make fragment collecting far more flexible. And based on the system layout, this also confirms something exciting. We can definitely expect more free Mythic and Legendary blueprints coming in future seasons and long-term grind paths. So how does this new system actually work? Well, don't worry, I'm here to explain it in the simplest way possible. We have no information about how to claim these, but we will get more information. Right now, there are three main weapons sitting in their respective pools. We've got the Mythic AK117 Lava Remix in the Mythic pool, the CR56 AMAX Bars Drop in the Major Legendary pool, and the Stun Baton Surge Baton in the Minor Legendary pool. Let's take the Mythic AK117 as our main example here. To start collecting shards for it, you need to exchange your universal Mythic fragments. At the base level, the trade works like this. 1 mythic fragment equals 1 AK117 shard. Easy enough. But here's where it gets a bit layered. There's a limit to how many you can trade at that 1-to-1 rate. In this case, it's capped at 30 shards for that exchange ratio. And now let's say you've hit that 30 shard limit and still want more. The system then bumps you to the next tier where you'll need to trade 2 mythic fragments for 1 AK117 shard. This also has a limit of 30 exchanges. After that, you move to the final tier where the ratio becomes 3 mythic fragments for 1 shard, and you can continue from there at a steeper cost, of course. So let's fast forward. Imagine CODM adds a new mythic, maybe a mythic locus or something like that, in the same pool. Once you've completed the AK117 and you've got no use for its shards anymore, your unused universal mythic fragments don't go to waste. You can just hold on to them and wait until the new mythic drops. Once it's added, you'll be able to use your saved fragments and start working toward the new blueprint right away. The exact same structure applies to the major and minor legendary pools too, with the same type of tiered exchange ratios and limits. But there's one thing you must remember. Fragments from one pool can't be used in another. So mythic fragments won't work for legendary skins, and major and minor legendary fragments are also not interchangeable. Each pool stays in its own lane, which helps keep the balance. Now, a big question that a lot of you might have. What happens to the extra mythic shards we've already been saving? And to be completely honest with you, I don't have a confirmed answer yet. There's been no official word on whether those existing shards will be automatically converted into the new universal mythic fragments. We also don't know if we'll get to choose how they are used, like whether we can manually move them into the new system. And listen, I could throw in a wild theory here, but I'm not about to give you guys unverified or misleading info, so for now, we wait for the official blog post or update from the devs. Once that drops, you can bet I'll break it down properly and make another video fully explaining it. That said, if I had to guess, I'd say it's likely those old shards might be converted into universal mythic fragments, which would make the most sense. That way, we could just hold on to them until the next mythic is added to the pool and then swap them in. But again, that's just my thinking, so anything can happen. Let's just stay tuned and see what the devs have in their mind. And that wraps up everything we know so far about the brand new secret cache system in COD Mobile. It's definitely one of the most interesting changes in recent seasons. And honestly, if the devs continue building on it, this could turn into a pretty solid way for all players to grind toward mythics and legendaries without spending a fortune. I'll keep an eye out for any official updates or changes, and as soon as we get confirmation on how those older shards will be handled, you'll be the first to know. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of all the upcoming stuff, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And hey, if you want to see everything that's coming in Season 5, including new weapons, Battle Pass content, maps, and more, just tap the video on your screen right now. I've covered all the juicy leaks over there. Catch you in the next one.